Well, it did this last time. I didn't quite get it out. Hi guys! New week, new microphone. We're going to go through them all. You'll be surprised because I have a lot. Sorry, this one's a bit off the cuff because I am doing my podcast on narcissistic behaviours and relationships and blah blah. But this is an extra video cast just because I made a couple of people laugh with these stories and actors. So it takes a legend to create a legend, and if I put a legend inside you, you'd fucking know about it. So I'm going to tell you just a bit about some of the lines and some of the stories about me and my dad, because some of them are a little bit embellished, some of them will be denied, I know, but they are just amazing and they will make you laugh. So I think that everyone's dad's a fucking legend, don't they? You know what I mean? Like, so obviously I look like this, yes? Beautiful as such. So my parents, let me just give you a bit of background. They're both quite a lot older, so my mum had me at like 44. That looks like a little bum. So they're in their like mid-70s right now, and I was at 15. Anyway, I look, obviously to us, the way I look is just normal, but you're going for an era where, oh, is that one at the door? It's not, because we're going to be proudly sponsored this week. Because I've been trying to do promo as well, guys. So I'm trying to promote people I know. I did a little reel on 3 of my musicianal mates. So Aardvark, Dylan James and the Chapel Hill Gang. And I can't pronounce it. Alkaloid. Oh, I can never pronounce fucking Andy Blackman. Anyway. They didn't ask me to do it. I'm just doing it because they're 3 really talented producers and musicians. Well, 2 producers and musicians that deserve some recognition. So there is a little reel. If you're interested, go and check them out. So that's Aardvark, he's the Psytrance DJ, and Dylan James and Chapel Hill Gang, they're like bluesy, gritty, jazzy, funky shit. And Andy Blackman, which is also Psytrance. So anyway, so the sponsor this week, you will find out who's coming to the door. Anyway, so they're all like mid-70s, yeah, and I look like this. Okay, so to us, we're all like, you've got to remember, fucking millennials and everybody else out there, yeah? It didn't used to be like this, yeah? Like, you've got to contextualise things, and everyone's like, age is an excuse. It is an excuse, what you're talking about. Of course it's a fucking excuse. Like, what, like, the era you grew up in isn't, like, of course, like, you've got to contextualise something. It's like with fucking films nowadays, right? So they are dulling down history because it's offensive. It's like, dude, slavery was fucking horrendous. I get that, but you can't not have it in the films. You can't like have like white people being the slaves. It doesn't accurately. It's not historically accurate, and it's also blurring the actual intelligence of why we got to a point where we're not being twats like that anymore. Anyway, so my dad's sitting down again. What's this about? I was like, excuse me? He was like, what's all this? But I used to have loads of piercings. What's this about? I don't know, Dad, I don't know what you mean. He's like, are you gay? I was like, no. He's like, what do you mean you're not gay? I was like, I'm not gay, Dad. It doesn't matter if you are. And I was like, no, I'm not gay. And he's like, then what the fuck is all this about? So we trying to trick the gays so you know you look like a rug muncher. And I was like, thanks, Dad. After being so open to me being gay, instantly goes in with the rug muncher. But it was his shock at like, are you trying to trick the gays? I was like, you want to look like this? He's like, it's embarrassing walking down the street with you. And I was like, he's like, we wouldn't care if you were gay. So initially, I'm a rug muncher who's embarrassing if I was. But that's like, it's just that like he literally still doesn't understand. He's like, you could be so pretty. One of my other mates, she came out as gay. I don't know, about 3 years after that, he went, such a shame. Well, why is it a shame, Dad? He went, she would have made a lovely wife. I went, she still will. He goes, it's not the same. Wife and wife, different relationship to man and wife. They've got it loads easier. Oh, bless him. when I was a kid, he used to hunt squirrels on the woods. He's ex-army, and he used to go up trees, like dead flat, fully camoed up, fucking rifle. And I'd be walking through the woods. I wouldn't fucking know, would I? Suddenly I'd hear, I can see you. And literally, it'd be terrifying. I'd be like looking around, being like, what the fuck is he? I used to walk for like 2 hours in like where I used to live in, like just outside Exmoor, so like the middle of nowhere. And I was like, I used to walk for like 2 fucking solid hours to have a cigarette, like when I was like 12, 13, because I was like, oh my god, if they fucking catch me. Because sometimes I'd be walking and I didn't know he was there. Literally wouldn't have a fucking clue. He also used to teach us how to do rations. How to survive, guys. Also, all the knots and ropes. So you wonder why I got into kinky shit. Daddy used to tie me up. No, he wanted me and my brother to know all the knots and be able to get out of like cable ties. So like, if you don't know, put cable ties on the front. If you just do this really hard, the cable ties will break. There's loads of ways of getting out of things. Anyway, my dad used to tie me up, so I could get out of those situations. Oh my god, that leads me on to this point. So guys, if you know me well, you know my dildo rack. My dildo rack is a shoe rack that hangs on the back of the door, full of my dildos, right? And it's normally hung up on my back of my bedroom door, ready. And I've cut little holes in it so you can look. Anyway, that is a whole nother episode. But my mum and dad coming over, and my dad couldn't fix the door. Sick. I'm not a retard, by the way. Tried to fix my door. Yeah. Fucking the wood's gone in the door thing. I even tried matches instead of wall plugs. Couldn't get it to grip. Anyway, so I was like, Dad. Anyway, me and my mum having a chat downstairs. And as girls do, got a little bit close mountain. Not a problem normally. Anyway, I just put the dildo rack in my wardrobe. Yeah. Just to hide it. Because I was like, oh shit. And I think, yes, well, what's he going to root into my wardrobe for? Now, as a parent, hear me out. I think most dads, obviously, we're not stupid. Maybe when their kids get a bit older, expect to find one, maybe a little bullet or a little vibrator or a big pink suction cup, but in a drawer. Do you know what I mean? You don't really go rooting around somebody's under drawers, yeah? So I've gone back upstairs and the rack is on the other side. So it was in the wardrobe doors shut. It's now on the outside doors. I've gone in and I've panicked. Vagina has fallen out of my arsehole. And he went, pointing at all the clothes piles. Sounds fucking organised, isn't it? Pointing at the toilet rack. Oh, I could have died. Can you imagine being my dad? Not finding one. Not finding a little one. Not finding like 2 or 3. Finding a massive collection. Right, anyway. But that adults to legendary status. Now, he's also classic dad, yeah? Meets the boyfriends, the ex-boyfriends. Now, he's quite spade to spade. That's why we're faith, yeah? So spade to spade, that's why we're faith. He met my most recent ex. And what do you do? What do you do, son? I'm an artist. So you don't have a fucking job then? Oh my god. Literally first 5 minutes. It's like, great. Also kept calling him the wrong name for a long period of time. Why do I need to know his fucking name? All right, cool. Now, if you know me well, this is a dead giveaway. I can't hide the identity of the person in this story. I hope they don't mind. If they do, please message me. So I was going out for a meal with another one of my exes who is named after an animal, a sea animal. Anyway, it makes the face very flat. So like a sea animal, yes? Yeah? Dun, 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 dun. Anyway. Obviously I didn't say anything to my parents, like, oh yeah, he looks like an animal. Now, what else is associated with flat faces is boxers, you know, get punched in the face. And he walks in, my parents both sat in my living room, my dad goes, what the fuck is wrong with your face? And I could have fucking want the world to swallow me up. We haven't even got to the restaurant. He's got a bottle of whiskey to give him. He went, oh, nothing, I was born this way. And he goes, you sure you're not a boxer? And I was like, oh, dear God. For the record, he is not a boxer. He is just born that way. Beautiful, beautiful person, and I wouldn't date them unless they were fucking gorgeous. But you know, that's like your dad, like your new missus walking in. Your dad going, "Oh, well, she's only a 2. What are you bringing home 2s for? Your mum's at least a 4." Like, you just can't say shit like that. But it's moments like that I'll keep forever. So like one Christmas, literally actually the last Christmas before I left home, I've been pestering my dad for the whole year. I was like, can I please have a proper toolbox? Like an actual toolbox, my own toolbox, kept borrowing his tools and winding it up. And I was like, okay, can I use my own toolbox? Dad's like, yeah, of course you can. He got quite excited, dusting it up. My brother was really into his clothes. Now, my brother isn't gay. My brother is not gay. He's just like fashion-y. Mum, can I have a sewing machine for Christmas? Christmas Day comes. We've both opened it. I'm happy his Larry toolbox. Brother's got a sewing machine because he likes to like properly make his clothes fit, right? He just likes to look nice, unlike me. Dad sat and looks around and goes, how the fuck did we get this so fucking wrong? It's like, you didn't. It's just, that's the magic of having 2 really fiercely independent children. Bless him. He just doesn't understand that little bit. Also, he's great. So my dad is an army man, and he's got a story about everything. He knows everything there is to know about the wars. Everything. Everything. We come from an army background, yeah? So face know all about it. My dad went, for the next one, yeah, they can be black, yellow, green, pink, I don't give a shit, yeah. As long as they're not a Yank. What's fucking wrong with the Americans? You know, Second World War, Pearl Harbor. Didn't do fucking anything to Pearl Harbor, did they? Didn't fucking lift a fucking jolly finger. Now, this is relevant because we were sat, this is about 10 years ago, my ad. We were sat in a pub in London and had the pipe. And some fucking yobbos at the bar are going, fucking Romanians, fucking foreigners, blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the Romanians, Poles, and a few other countries after the Second World War were granted asylum here because they helped us. Oh, my dad puts fucking pineapple. If you say one more thing about the fucking Poles and the Romanians, I'm going to throw this pint all over you, mate, because they were fucking there for us. They were fucking there for us when we needed them, and now we need them even more in this country. And I was like, oh my God, Dad, I'm so proud of you. See? Gone from slightly being a retard to so proud of you. And he goes, but if you're fucking American, I will hit you. And they were like, nah. It's like, they're welcome around here. That bring them in, bring them over. And then this is not in the same story, but I feel like just adding up. So another point in time, my dad was like, fucking bring them all over me. They all want to be doctors, mechanics, get them in. Send Barry from Croydon, who sat on his ass for the last 10 years, to fucking Afghanistan. And I was like, oh, mate. He also thinks prisoners should be put into the military for training. And I was like, prisoners, guns, then training them to be fiercely, like hand-to-hand combat, could be a recipe for disaster. My dad's like, discipline you learn, Jem. Do you know what? Actually, that's... So, discipline you learn. Because you ever done the bucket test, mate? That's a test for you. Tells you the kind of childhood I have. Alright, bucket test is when you get buckets and you stand with 2 empty buckets. Yeah? Like that. In the rain. You got to keep your arms like that as the buckets fill up with rain. Yeah? And if you drop them, you do it all over again and you start to pull these up. Oh, mate. You want to fuck around? Do you want to waste water? Show how much water is. Thanks, Dad. Cheers. Also, the dad who was like, found my cigarettes, made me smoke continuously, a packet 20. So I can sneak off a fag. I'm so cool. Oh, a packet of fags. He goes, fine, you want to smoke? Sit and smoke every single one after the other. Literally, by the time I was on my 3rd fag, I was like, please. He was like, you still want to smoke? No. He was like, keep going. Go on, keep going. that was just a little rant about give you a bit of my background. Just some funny stories. I was telling someone about the other day, and they're like, you need to do a fucking podcast on your dad. And I was like, so he's a bit of a legend. All of that is in jest, by the way. He's not get our main. And I'm hoping that this will be timed perfectly. So as I said before, guys, I am looking for people to promote, or I will be. Actually, you ain't got a fucking choice, guys. Okay? Mama Hen is here. She's fucking back again, sticking her fucking dildo in where it's not wanted, yeah? And if you're good at something, and I know you're good at something, I'm going to promote it on this, because if my viewers see it, they may like it, they might employ you. I'm one of those people that, like, I see jobs, and I'm like, oh my god, that'd be so good at that job. So I'm coming for you guys. But if you do know any talented or amazing people and you think they need a bit of promo, I know it's only like 20 people watch this fucking thing, but yeah, send it my way. All promotion is good promotion. Anyway, I'm hoping that. Right, we're gonna have some continuity issues, but this is who I'm promoting tonight. I've ordered out, and like I said, all about people I know who are talented, super talented. So if you don't know, Gorilla Tie, best tie in Bristol, and it was doing an offer tonight. So Ricky, I'm just going to show everyone, if you haven't ordered from it already, you need to. So I just went for the pad thai because it was buy one get one free, and I can't order anymore. And I'm veggie, but look, and they're really good with all the allergies and everything. Chili separate, nuts separate, so if you like it real spicy, you can add it on. But literally, and I've got two because it was on offer. And everybody knows 2 is better than 1, boys. So, yeah, I will put a link up. But it's Gorilla Thai. Go check them out. It's amazing, authentic, best time Bristol. And, yeah, like them on Facebook. Ah! Wait. Dick approves.